Okay, good day again, everyone. So, welcome to Teacher Jen's Whiteboard. Yan, may name na tayo. So, for Del Rosario National High School students, grade 8 Ruby and grade 8 Diamond. So, we will now be discussing Module 5.3, which is about illustrating slope of a line and finding the slope of a line given 2 points equation and graph. Pero in this video muna, so let's describe and illustrate muna what is a slope. Ano po? So as you can see on your screen, yan yung nasa module nyo, yan yung definition ng slope. So it describes the steepness of a line. Okay, so ayan yung formula niya, rise over run. So that is the vertical change or the change in y coordinate over run. So that is horizontal change or change in x coordinate and in symbol. Anyway, later on, we're going to discuss this one kasi pag ang bata, binigyan mo ng ganito, students, nakita nyo to, wala na, hilo na. So, hindi na sila makikinig. So, let's make it simpler. Okay, so let's see. So, Teacher Jen will try her best. I will try my best to make the lesson more simpler para mas ma-appreciate ninyo ang application ng slope of a line. Let's see. So, let me share. Change my screen. So, let's move on to this one. Okay. Wow. Mayon volcano. So, that is Mount Mayon. Okay. So, familiar tayo dyan, ano? So, Mount Mayon. Okay, saan nga makakita Mount Mayon? Tama, sa Albay. So, Mount Mayon is a good example of a slope. Okay, slope of a line. Okay, so paano nakarating tayo sa Mount Mayon? So, as you can see, so yung line, yung arrow that describe the slope of a line. So, imagine ninyo that galing kayo sa highway, so naglalakad kayo, then suddenly, you come to a point na aakyat kayo papunta sa Mayon. So, you can see that as you move forward, you also move upward. So, that describe the slope of a line. So, let's take for example, sige, gawin natin siyang, kuha tayo ng example. So, sabihin natin that, okay, sorry, di pa natin master yung ating pen. Okay, so let's say for example that you start at this point ng yung slope paakyat sa Mount Mayon. Okay, going paakyat sa up to this point. Sabihin natin this point. Okay, so see? Okay, so kunin natin yung point. So sa ating Cartesian coordinate plane, di ba? Yung plotting point. So in here, like for example, anong point ito? From your x-axis, we have 1, that is positive 1. Then at your y-axis, we have positive 1 also. Okay, how about? Okay, so yung second point mo. So you have 5, that is positive 5. And you have positive 4. Okay, so now, so connect natin the line. Let's use one of my favorite color, golden. So that is your steepness or yung slope. Ano? Slope of a line mo. Okay, now, let's see. So how are we going to describe slope? So, as you can see, sabi natin, kung galing ka sa highway from here, 0 to 1, as you move forward, so take note of your movement from this point, since ito yung start ng slope mo. You move 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tama? So, ito yung tinatawag natin na change in x. So, dun sa photo natin kanina, change in x. So, delta x, that means change in x. So, take note that slope is equals to change in y all over or yung quotient, change in x. Or we use the symbol delta y for change over delta x, or change in y over change in x. Or yung y, alam natin that is your vertical coordinates, and change in x, that is our horizontal coordinates. Okay, so now, balik tayo. For example, galing ka sa highway, then this is yung Mayon volcano. So, as you move forward, paakyat, di ba? As you can see, as you walk forward, umaakyat ka din. So, ibig sabihin, as you change in x, because you're moving forward, you're also changing in y. Kasi you're moving in a higher elevation. So, ang tawag natin dito, change in y. Kasi galing sa mababa, umakyat. So, height, that is your height for your y. So, how many? From here, ito yung starting point mo. 1, 2, 3. So, that means change in y mo, you have 3. So, change in x mo, you have 4. Okay. So, following the formula, we have, so, in either words, we use rise over run. Mas familiar kayo dun, di ba? So, rise over run. Your rise is 3. Your run is 4. So, that means ang steepness or slope nito is 3 over 4 or 3/4. So, anong application niya? So, for example, may friends kayo and adventurer kayo. So, you want to identify alin sa Pilipinas ang may pinaka steep na mountain that you can climb with your friends. Mountain climbing. So, you can use slope of a line. Diba? Okay. So, you can identify alin yung pinaka-steep na mountain by identifying the slope of the mountain. Okay. So, how are we going to put it in formula? So, mas maganda kung naiintindihan niyo yung formula, di ba? So, since we have change in y, take note, this is you can assign this one as your original point, or ito yung initial point sa science, di ba? Sa distance. So, x sub 1, y sub 1. This is your initial point. Then this one is your ano sunod sa initial, final point, final destination. So this, we can assign this one as x sub 2, y sub 2. Right? So ngayon, how are we going to find this point? Okay, change tayo. So kaya paano natin nakuha yung formula na m? Okay, let's see. Slope, diba? So that is rise over run, sabi natin. Change. Paano yan? Okay, as you can see here, ito. Okay. Rise or yung change in horizontal mo, as you can see here. Ayan. So, ang initial point mo is this one, di ba? 1, 0 to 1. So, ito yan eh. Ito. Itong point na to. So, meron kang 1 dito. So, you can write. So, para makuha mo itong point na to, since that's your height, yan yung height ng slope mo. So, you simply, so say x of, si y sub to 4, which is 4, itong point na to, 4. So, okay, ayan siya, 4. Hanggang dito. Yan yung, ano mo, y sub 2. Minus 1, so this point. Okay, 4 minus 1, or yung y sub 1 mo, which is 1, over run, so ano yung final destination mo, which is 5, minus yung initial mo, which is also 1. So, 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. That's why you come to a formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Kasi you're looking for this height and your change in x, which is this one. Nakuha ba? Okay, so that's why we come up with this formula. We derive with this formula. Okay, are you good with this one? Okay, so that is how are we going to describe slope. So next naman, so